History does not repeat, but it often rhymes. Subic Bay, once a symbol of American power in the Pacific, is echoing with the footsteps of the past. Decades ago, this harbor was a linchpin of U.S. strategy, a place where fleets gathered and destinies were shaped. Now, as the world's attention returns, the bay's legacy is being reawakened. In the deep, storied waters of Subic Bay, a new chapter is quietly unfolding. The calm surface belies the strategic currents swirling beneath, as nations look to the bay with renewed interest and ambition. On September 15, 2025, the United States is considering a move that could reshape the region, transforming this former naval base into the world's largest ammunition stockpile. This decision is not just about storage, it's about signaling a new era of readiness and resolve. This is more than logistics, it's a bold statement of intent in the Indo-Pacific. The scale of the project is unprecedented, involving coordination with allies, upgrades to infrastructure, and a commitment to rapid deployment capabilities. The move responds directly to China's rise and the shifting balance of power in the South China Sea. As tensions simmer and rival fleets maneuver, Subic Bay stands at the center of a new great game, where control of the seas could determine the future of the region. Subic Bay's geography, once the heart of American military might in Asia, is again its greatest asset. Its deep harbor, sheltered by mountains and close to key shipping lanes, makes it an ideal hub for projecting power and ensuring security. An ammunition hub here would cut response times and strengthen U.S. and allied presence. It would allow for faster resupply, more effective joint exercises, and a visible commitment to defending shared interests. This project is about more than military hardware. It's about shaping the future of a region at a crossroads. Diplomats, military leaders, and local communities all have a stake in what happens next, as Subic Bay becomes a symbol of both opportunity and uncertainty. The world is watching as Subic Bay prepares to reclaim its place on history's stage. Every development here sends ripples across the globe, reminding us that the choices made in these waters will echo for generations. Its deep waters now reflect the uncertain future of the Indo-Pacific, a future shaped by ambition, memory, and the enduring quest for security in a changing world. To truly grasp Subic Bay's future potential, we must delve into its rich and storied past, a past that has shaped its present and will undoubtedly influence its future. The Spanish were the first to recognize the strategic importance of Subic Bay. In 1885, they established a naval station in its naturally sheltered harbor, laying the groundwork for its future significance. After the Spanish-American War in 1898, the Americans took control and expanded Subic Bay into a massive military base. It became a pivotal asset during the Vietnam War and the Cold War, serving as a crucial hub for military operations in the region. Subic Bay evolved into a symbol of U.S. military power in Asia, boasting extensive shipyards, air stations, and storage depots. It was a bustling center of activity, reflecting the geopolitical tensions of the time. In 1992, a significant shift occurred when the U.S. Navy withdrew, marking the end of an era. The base was transformed into a free port zone, pivoting towards commerce and tourism, yet its military legacy lingered. Despite these changes, the bay's strategic geography remained unchanged. Its location continued to be of immense strategic value, a fact that has not gone unnoticed in recent years. The deep harbor and the skilled workforce that once supported military operations remained, poised for a potential resurgence as global dynamics shifted once more. Today, with rising tensions in the South China Sea, Subic Bay's military significance is being revisited. The bay is once again at the forefront of strategic military planning. Much of the infrastructure from its military heyday remains intact, and the expertise on both the Filipino and American sides endures, ready to be leveraged once more. Establishing a massive ammunition stockpile here is not so much a new development as it is a powerful revival of its historical role, reinforcing its strategic importance. Subic Bay's role as a military hub is etched into its very geography, a natural harbor that has always been a magnet for military strategists. The past is prologue, the bay's story is far from over. As the sun rises over Subic Bay, it heralds a new chapter in its ongoing narrative. Its strategic value is as clear now as it ever was, a testament to its enduring significance in the ever-evolving geopolitical landscape. Geography is strategy's foundation. Subic Bay sits on Luzon's west coast, opening onto the vital South China Sea. This waterway carries much of the world's trade and energy. A U.S. ammunition hub here deters threats and ensures rapid response to crises. The bay is close to flashpoints like the Spratly Islands, Scarborough Shoal, and the Bashi Channel near Taiwan. Its deep, protected harbor can host the largest warships, while surrounding mountains offer natural defense. Existing infrastructure supports rapid expansion. Subic Bay is a central node for projecting power and providing disaster relief across Southeast Asia. It is not just a port, it's a strategic anchor for U.S. influence in the Indo-Pacific. Modern warfare is a contest of logistics. U.S. stockpiles are currently far from the Indo-Pacific's front lines, making supply lines long and vulnerable. Subic Bay's existing infrastructure, deep water piers, storage, and skilled labor, makes it the ideal forward-deployed magazine. The facility would serve as the central hub in a network of U.S. and allied bases, distributing supplies as needed. This hub-and-spoke model creates resilience and flexibility, complicating any adversary's plans. The shift from just-in-time to just-in-case logistics is crucial for future conflicts. Pre-positioning ammunition in Subic ensures sustained combat power, even if sea lanes are contested. The plan is practical, cost-effective, and strategically sound. Subic Bay is the right place at the right time. The vision is to make Subic Bay the world's largest ammunition depot. Dozens of new earth-covered magazines would store everything from small arms to advanced missiles. Construction would involve U.S. engineers and Filipino contractors, creating a facility to sustain high-intensity operations. Security would be multi-layered: physical barriers, surveillance, armed guards, and advanced cybersecurity. Storage bunkers would be dispersed and built into rugged terrain for protection. Filling the arsenal would require a steady flow of munitions from the U.S. and allies, managed by a highly trained workforce. The buildup would be phased over years, costing billions. Each phase would expand capacity and capability. The project would send a clear signal: American commitment is real, and deterrence is being built on a massive scale. Subic Bay would become a mountain of firepower on Asia's doorstep. Subic Bay's arsenal would reshape military dynamics across the Indo-Pacific. For the U.S. and allies, it's a game-changer. Deterrence is stronger and response times are shorter. China would see this as a direct challenge, likely responding with its own buildup and pressure on the Philippines. The move could spark an arms race, but it also reassures allies like Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and Australia. The Philippines' role as a U.S. partner would be elevated, making it a linchpin in regional security. Other nations may follow suit, building their own forward depots. The presence of such a massive U.S. asset forces every country in the region to reconsider its strategic position. Subic Bay becomes a new, unignorable fact in the Indo-Pacific balance. For the Philippines, the project is both opportunity and challenge. Billions in investment and thousands of jobs would revitalize the local economy. But hosting a massive U.S. arsenal raises questions of sovereignty and security. Critics warn it could make the Philippines a target in any U.S.-China conflict. The government must balance economic gains with national interests and public opinion. Transparent agreements and respect for Philippine oversight are essential. Ultimately, the decision is a calculated risk, aligning with the U.S. for security and prosperity. Subic Bay's future will shape the nation's place in the world. The Subic Bay plan would trigger strong reactions across the Indo-Pacific. U.S. allies like Japan, Australia, and Taiwan would welcome the move as a boost to regional security. Taiwan in particular would see it as a vital deterrent against Chinese aggression. For Beijing, the arsenal is a provocation. Expect economic pressure, diplomatic protests, and increased activity in the South China Sea. ASEAN nations would be divided, some quietly supportive, others wary of great power rivalry. The principle of neutrality would be tested as the region faces a new strategic reality. The project would force every nation to reevaluate its alliances and interests. Subic Bay becomes a catalyst for change, accelerating the Indo-Pacific's realignment. The conversation about security and alignment can no longer be avoided. The region's future is being reshaped, one arsenal at a time. Transforming Subic Bay into the world's largest ammunition stockpile is a defining move for the 21st century. Once a symbol of American naval power in Asia, Subic Bay is now poised to reclaim its strategic importance, but in a new and even more consequential way. The scale of this transformation is unprecedented, signaling a shift in how nations prepare for the challenges of modern warfare and regional security. It's a direct response to China's rise and the tyranny of distance in the Pacific. The vast expanse of ocean has always posed logistical hurdles for military planners, but with China's growing assertiveness, the need for forward-deployed resources has never been greater. Subic Bay's location, just a short sail from flashpoints in the South China Sea, makes it a linchpin in the evolving security architecture of the region. The project demands not only technical skill and secure supply chains, but also unwavering cooperation between the United States and the Philippines. Engineers, logisticians, and military planners must work hand in hand, ensuring that every shipment, every facility, and every operation is protected from both physical and cyber threats. The alliance between the two nations is being tested and strengthened in real time. Manila must balance the economic benefits of increased investment and job creation with the need to protect its sovereignty and maintain public trust. The government faces tough questions from its citizens. Will this partnership compromise national interests? Can the Philippines remain independent while hosting such a massive foreign arsenal? Public debate is lively, reflecting the high stakes involved. If successful, Subic Bay will not only deter aggression, but also reassure allies and anchor U.S. power in the region. Regular joint exercises and visible patrols will send a clear message. The Indo-Pacific is not a vacuum, and collective security remains a top priority for the United States and its partners. But the risks are real. Tensions with China will inevitably rise, and the Philippines will find itself on the front line of a new era of great power competition. Protests and diplomatic friction are likely as the region grapples with the consequences of this bold move. The Bay's strategic value is as great now as it was during the Cold War, perhaps even more so. The echoes of history remind us that Subic Bay has always been a crossroads of power, and its legacy continues to shape the present. The decision to build this arsenal will test the resolve, vision, and diplomatic skill of both nations. Success will require not just military might, but also political courage and a shared commitment to peace and stability. Subic Bay's quiet waters are set to become a hub of activity once more, with ships, personnel, and equipment flowing in and out at a pace not seen in decades. The port will buzz with new life, its docks and warehouses filled with the tools of deterrence and defense. Its future will echo through the Indo-Pacific for decades to come, shaping alliances, deterring threats, and reminding the world that the balance of power in Asia is never static, but always evolving.